Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. And this morning when I got up and got dressed, I happened to put on this Fantastic Four t-shirt, which meant as soon as I opened the game in Marvel Future Fight, I needed to rank up a new member of the Fantastic Four. With only Invisible Woman Sue Storm remaining, I went ahead and spent $140 transcending Invisible Woman. No, that's not actually why I did it, but I did actually spend, not 140, but I spent like 80 bucks because I had to buy the last two packs of these ones over here, which again, horrible value, not horrible, but just not very good value. So I actually urge the devs, make new Awakening packs, make new packs with Awakening crystals and Mandalay gem fragments, because the ones we have in the game are not good enough for people who just want Awakening crystals or just want Mandalay gem fragments. I sound insane, but honestly, I want the bingo to come back. That's right, the Black Friday 6-year anniversary bingo, because I could get tons of Mandalay and tons of Awakening crystals for a reasonable price. But the real reason why I transcended Invisible Woman is not to make all these corny jokes. It's because she's actually required for three or four of the story fragment farming missions this month. And it just changed. You can see their characters change in 29 days and 9 hours, so it just changed. So if I was gonna tier 3 her to transcend her at any point this month, it's better to do it now when I'm gonna get the most value out of it for the rest of the month. And how much value? Well, I think on average you can farm an additional 100 of each of those materials per day if you play, and you can open at least 2 chests a day, which I think I will be able to do now that I have her transcended, because, you know, even though you can open 2 chests in a day and get 0, if you open just 1 chest and it has Essence of Dimension or Titan component packs, it gives you 250 of them, which is enough to, you know, it's like more than 2 days worth of playing World Boss Ultimate. So it's really, really good. But anyways, that's why I transcended her. I transcended her for the, see, she's here on this mission. She's also used down here on this mission, and it goes on and on and on. There's a whole thing on Reddit about people complaining that the story mode characters this month are particularly bad, and I kind of have to agree. If you look at the future ends here, look at how bad this is. Heimdall, Nightcrawler, and freaking War Tiger. Who has those characters transcended? The devs, that's who. Look at this one, Elsa, and then look at this tragedy. On the last mission, you have Sif. So in just 3 missions, they managed to cram 5 terrible transcended characters. 5. Not to mention Molecule Man, who's insanely expensive, and Thanos. So 2, anyways, I could do a whole video ranting about this. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to play Invisible Woman. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be playing Invisible Woman. I have her transcended now. Might as well go ahead. She actually gets a huge bump to her HP from her transcended, like as her transcended stats. She got like 17,000 HP. So I think that's sort of the other clue that they wanted you to use her for PvP. But we're going to be using her in PvE because I'm not a huge fan of PvP, and because PvP content is not as interesting. So there's the Uru right there. I did have to equip a skill cooldown Uru because I still have not equipped that Luna Snow card. I know. We've got stage 9 Power of Angry Hulk. We've got a crit rate 160 proc Obelisk. And then we've got the mythic uniform. Her stats are basically all capped, except for 0.69, except for about 4% on her crit damage and 0.1% on her cooldown and like 20% on her dodge. But that's fine. I don't know her perfect rotation, so don't come for my head in the comments section. We're going to figure it out as we go along and play her in a bunch of different boss fights, okay? And we'll culminate with some spicy Knull action. Here we go. All right, here we go. First test, standard stage 99. Well, standard for my account. Stage 99 Cull Obsidian. We're gonna pop Nick Fury's lead. We're gonna do 3, cancel 6, and just proc on this and see how much damage this does. Just curious to see. Okay, not bad. We're gonna then go 3 into 5 proc. Okay, and then 4. I would say for PvE, you may want to go, let me try 5, cancel 3, because she has all defense down. Yeah, the damage is pretty non-spicy, I'd say. I did start with 3 because of the buff. 3 has a buff, but the damage on 5 is, yeah, it's not bad. It's almost a bar. But yeah, I think your best bet is to do just proc on 6 and land all that damage on 6. But this does not bode well. I think 4, cancel 3, cancel 5 is probably her best rotation. You just have to sort of delay the 4th skill, which can be kind of awkward, but it also gives you the immunity. That seems like a decent rotation, to be honest with you. It's not bad. It's not bad. Interesting. There we just procced on 4. So yeah, you have to sort of have them all up at the beginning for it to work. Here, oh, I'm invisible. I'm gonna do this, but yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty, like, the damage is not bad. It's okay, I guess. Proccing on 5 is almost a bar's worth of damage. Yeah, the problem is her 5th skill, I just noticed it has a really long cooldown. It's 9.5 seconds, it looks like. So you can't really consistently proc like this unless... So you might actually just proc on... That's not bad, too. 4 cancel 3. A little bit of an awkward rotation for PvE for sure. Definitely can sense that, but not bad. I mean, she has double support. She's got the insight from White Fox. She's got a ton of buffs helping her out here. And yet, this is all she's mustering. So it looks like this will be about a... Oh, that damage was really bad. I think she'll do this in about 4 minutes, maybe 3.5, 4 minutes. That was actually a proc at the end of 3. Yeah, her rotation's pretty awkward for proccing on any other skill. I honestly think you're better off just proccing on 4 cancel 3, and then just doing 5 in between to like hide. Yeah, see there we got snared. We were supposed to proc on 6. That's not bad, to be honest. Yeah, I would just do 3 cancel 4 or 4 cancel 3 proc, excuse me. But you know what? I will say this: she's very tanky. I haven't really been paying attention, but she's never taken damage. So I do have to say that that is pretty impressive, especially for how fragile we know she's been for a long time. But yeah, this is at least... Well, it actually might not be a 4-minute clear. This will be like a 3.5-minute clear. That's not bad, but it's not that good. I don't see the point in testing her out on other bosses, so we'll just jump ahead to the Knull testing and see how she does. Okay, here we go for Invisible Woman. We're gonna do 3 cancel 6. I mean, if you really wanted to make it work with Invisible Woman for PvE, your best bet would be to give her a rage. I don't know if energy is really going to cut it for her. That's not bad though. 2 bars on just the 2 cancel skill. That's not bad. And again, super duper tanky, which is definitely worth something. We're gonna get some super armor back from what's his name? From Ben Grimm. Oh, I forgot about her awakening. My bad. Okay, let's pop the awakening here. Okay, not the best here. Oh, I was trying to cancel into her co-op skill and I wasn't able to. True. Okay. We're also using her leadership. Oh, we didn't proc there, so we're going to proc on 5. We're using her leadership, so we are getting that debuff immunity. That's not bad. I think I'm going to save her awakening. Oh, I got knocked back, eh? Ooh, invisibility. Nice. Yeah, she like a regular damage proc just seems really rough for her. It doesn't seem like a good time. Yeah, that's not bad though. 1.5 minutes. Well, let's be honest. Okay, so to put this into perspective, because again, it's hard remembering 14% Pierce. Like, what does that mean? So with an obelisk, the new members of the Black Order, especially Cull, Obsidian, Black Dwarf, and Supergiant, they were able to finish the fight in this amount of time. So that's a really stark contrast, and that's a way of sort of putting it into perspective for you how crazy these new characters are. Invisible Woman is not a character. I mean, her uniform really didn't give her much of a rework, and that's on the devs for not giving her more, but keep in mind this character came out a month ago. So when I didn't put her higher on the Transcended list, now maybe you have an idea why. Again, she'll be better with a rage and whatever, yada yada yada, but she's very tanky. She's going to have more value for PvP, but she's not going to have nearly as much value for PvP as Luke Cage. And then on the flip side, as you can see, I mean, Luke Cage can go higher than this and can go faster than this because of that juicy accumulation on 3. She is, I don't want to say struggling, but yeah, this is a little rough. Given the quality of character that we've seen lately, this is a little bit less than what we've come to expect from Transcended characters, in my opinion. He's going to do that roar. You know what? 5 cancel 3 isn't bad either. You can see that here that her invisibility, she's pretty fast too, which is nice. I kind of wish her awakening did more damage. It's okay, but it could definitely do more damage, sort of like Human Torches. I feel like the members of the Black Order would have, or not the Black Order, the members of the Fantastic Four, if they had all gotten a buff or a 6 skill similar to Human Torches, that they would have been a little bit better off, especially Thing and Sue. Well, there's only Thing and Sue left, right? I think, you know, if they were a little bit, if they hit a little bit harder, it would have been kind of nice. So here, we're still going to do 3 cancel 6, just because we want to try to get through this as fast as possible. Not bad. So here, we're kind of stuck because we don't have invincibility. We only have immunity. So she can't really do much. But let's see if we can get guard broken right away. Nah, she can't do anything, eh? The super armor, the co-op skill gives her a little bit of super armor, but otherwise, she can't do much here. So we just have to wait for Thor to come down and help us. Help us, Thor, help us. Then I'm going to proc there. We're going to set us up for the next rotation here. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom. 3 buff into 6. Okay. Take him out. There we go. Okay, so 108 with a crit rate 160 proc. That's not terrible. It's not terrible. She does have a double support, but she has not no leadership, but her leadership is a debuff leadership. So it's good because she's not going to get snared by the tornadoes. She's not going to get stunned or, you know, whatever, binded by any of Knull's attacks. So that's good. You're basically going to ward off all of those debuffs, but she's not giving herself any offensive buffs. And she's definitely the type that needs offensive buffs. She basically just has the 40% attack here on Invisible Blast, which is why I do 4 before I do 6. But otherwise, she doesn't have any buffs on any of her skills. So, and that buff is not a frenzy buff. She doesn't gain the crit rate, which is why if you're going to give her an obelisk, it's going to need to have crit rate or crit damage, and then you're going to have to supplement her with, like, as you can see, I gave her crit damage Uru and a couple of crit rate Uru, but you can see, and then if you went with something else that has crit damage, you'd want to give her crit rate Uru. So, yeah, I kind of wish she had gotten a little bit more. You know, if that 40% all attack buff also had another buff, like if one of her other skills, let's say 4, if this had a buff, just a flat, you know, 30% energy attack buff or something like that, then it could be a little bit better because, as we know, Human Torch gets a 100% energy attack buff, which is kind of a little bit better than 40%, just a little bit. So yeah, we'll see just how good she is for PvP. I didn't want to squeeze all of that into one video because it might just be a little bit too much content for one character, and it's a little bit too, you know, hectic for me. But I think I'll try. I don't know. I don't think she's going to have any PvE value for me. So I might just slap on an authority. I've heard good things about Sue with an authority, and I don't really use authorities for much else. So I might just give her one of those and take her into some content and see what she can do PvP-wise. But then that'll also require me giving her a bunch of HP Urus to go along with that. But she's got a pretty beefy HP stat to begin with, so that is kind of nice. And she could synergize with a regen because of the invisibility, giving you extra time before it procs again, so you can get more of those shields that can't be pierced by regular attacks, whereas an authority can be pierced by regular attacks, which makes her really bad against Sentry. Anyways, let me know what you think of Invisible Woman, the surprise Transcended after last month's surprise X-23 and Ares and Gwenom. I'm catching up. I really am. I'm blazing through all of the. I'm tier 3ing every character as they come out and trying to catch up on all the Transcendeds, but yet I still find myself unable. I'm unable to bring myself to transcend War Tiger, Nightcrawler, Heimdall, Sif, Elsa, and Silk. I wonder why. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.